we're on our way out. It's a long run Sunday, so we've got 14 miles to do today in our training for the New York City Marathon. I was out for a 7-mile run yesterday, in case you missed it, and it was a pretty hot and humid day. So for the most part, yesterday I was just drinking a lot of water, trying to rehydrate after the run, and then also hydrate in preparation of today. As it got towards the nighttime, I drank a nice big cup of water. This morning drank water as well. Have my hydration backpack with me, 2 of the Humigels to keep us going. I'm going to take them every 45 minutes or so, and an ice cube in the backpack also to cool off the water and try and keep our body temperature down while we're running today, because it is hot, it is humid. Sweating is going to happen, but it's not really going to help cool us down if it can't go anywhere and evaporate. So we're prepped for a hot, humid day. Might run a little bit quicker today, around 150 beats per minute for the heart rate, just to get a little bit of work in. Today's designed to be a hard working day. It's a long run, 14 miles. It'll be around 2 hours of running. So, I'm not afraid to give myself a little extra work there, try and keep the pace, and just get used to that feeling of my body working for a long period of time. I did walk yesterday over the walkway over the Hudson with family who was over, so that was about a 3-mile walk. So hopefully the legs are not too tired or anything like that, but I think we'll be able to get it done. Worst case scenario, we'll slow down, we'll take it nice and easy. And we'll just have to feel out the heat and the humidity after we get started. We'll start nice and slow and then start to pick it up a little bit, and if I feel good, I'll pick it up more. If I don't, then we'll just keep it going at a nice easy pace. Like I said, the long run, really the goal of today is just to be out there on our feet. There's a lot of benefit of doing that, just being out there for over an hour and a half, getting the legs used to running for an extended period of time, just getting used to some of the discomfort that comes with that. That's going to help us during the marathon itself. So that's the goal for today, and we're almost there. So we'll pack everything up and head out once we get there. All right, sorry I didn't film any of that, but that was tough. The legs were not feeling like they were up for a long run by the first mile or second mile, so I just went non-stop, 14 miles, and it was just one of those situations where you just gotta kind of just figure out how to keep one foot moving in front of the other one throughout the whole long run. It's tough. It's the mental challenge that comes with running when you just don't feel right or don't feel like you're gonna have the energy to do your race or your run, in the first mile or so, or at any point in the race. I mean, in this case today, I knew I had 2 hours to go, with my legs feeling tired, probably from 7 miles yesterday. It was hot and humid, and then again that walk that I went on, like 3 miles, probably just took some energy out of the legs. The cardio today felt fine. My heart rate was actually pretty low for how hard I felt like I was working, and it was just coming from the legs. So it's one of those situations where you just put it in the memory bank, remember how you felt at the beginning of that run, and I'll take that feeling and remember, if I'm running a marathon or something like that, when it starts to get tough or hard, you kind of go back to that place at the beginning of today and just remember that you still got it done, you're able to do it. And if you don't have those kinds of memories and things to go back on throughout your training, then it's really hard to stick it out during the marathon itself. So training's never going to be 100% easy. It's never going to go seamlessly. So you take all those moments where it's hard and you bring that over to the race. Whatever your peak race is, even if it's a mile, you're going to be hurting that mile, and you got to remember all the training and everything, and the pain and the soreness and just the fatigue that you went through, and that you can keep going. So especially for the marathon, as you do your long runs, it's actually, I think, not a bad thing to have tough days on a long run, because you're going to use that later. So either way, it's a good thing. We're done. I went through all my water just by the time I got to the car. It was about 2 liters of water. So it's just a hot, sticky day. I was able to stay hydrated, use both my gels. So I'll talk about it a little more when I get home, but I'm just, legs are pretty fried, but I'm glad that I was able to just keep going and just, push through it nonstop 14 miles out and back. It was nice to get back to the car, and now I'm in the air conditioning, so we'll head out now, and I'll talk more later. All right, so we're back. I promised a brief recap. I was looking through the paces and everything after on Strava, and I gotta say it's honestly not as bad as I thought. I think it just more the way my body felt, particularly my legs. It just felt like a real hard effort today, and it happens. Kind of, I guess, impressed overall with how I was actually moving along, and more so with just how my heart rate was doing. So I think my cardio and everything is coming along pretty well in the training, because my heart rate was honestly pretty low for me, even on a long run. Even just, after a while, after you put in mile after mile, your heart rate tends to increase a little bit, or at least mine does. I used to see it go up, up to at least, 150 by the end, even if I wasn't picking up the pace. But it seemed like it stayed pretty level until I tried to force myself to pick it up just a little bit. So happy about that overall. And I think it's just, my initial assessment is right, that with the walking yesterday and the 7-mile run, I just never had a chance to let my legs recover. So that just made it a little bit tough. It made it a little hard on the legs, I guess, to actually keep moving them forward. But overall, yeah, I mean, hey, it's done. And like I said, in the car, it's just something to kind of put in the memory bank and think about when it's a hard race day, or, after the halfway point, or, the 20-mile point of the marathon. Just remembering that, you can kind of mentally push through some of the times where you feel like you're ready to stop. So it's hard when you feel like that in the first mile and you've got 2 hours to go. But honestly, it felt like that a little bit today. And obviously that wasn't the case. So it's done. 14 next week will be a little bit of a cutback. I was looking at the calendar, and Tuesday is going to be a track day. I have 5 800s scheduled this time, so just upping the reps a little bit. I think last time was 4, so 5 is just a little bit of a step up. And but overall, I think a little bit of a cutback in the mileage, because the longest run next week is 10 miles. So I'll keep posting probably the track workout, as well as the long runs next weekend, and anything else interesting in between. But for now, that's a wrap for today. So I'll see you in the next video.